Hi everyone, I'm Flo. Today I'm going to tell you about what I bought from Coach in the August 5th drop. I bought absolutely nothing. Yes, you heard that right. There was absolutely nothing that drew me in or made me think I needed to spend the money on it, and so I just didn't even bother. The only thing I did see, there was a card holder I really liked, but I thought it's not anything special. I think it was Drea over at Drea Loves Bags showed one that I thought was really cute too, that I was tempted by, and then I thought, no, you don't need any more card holders. You've got a nice selection of them. I've been a little frustrated with Coach too, all this hype that they've been creating, and the last straw for me most recently was over the Dakota bag. I personally didn't want it, but I had a friend who did. And then it came out, oh well, we only made so many of them, and the numbers keep changing. I've heard as little as 150, 180, 400, and they were only going to be available at flagship stores. That doesn't impress me. I'm sorry, Coach. I'm not falling for your FOMO and your hype and all of that. These are handbags, and I'm really very, very frustrated with this whole mentality that they're leaning towards. Plus, there was nothing that appealed to me. I looked at it and I was like, nah, never mind. So I really did not buy anything in the Coach drop. Something else that's been frustrating me a lot is with shipping. I'm starting to think it's not so much with the shipping companies, but it's with the retailers and how they choose to ship. They're buying into these cheap, super cheap shipping plans where they can ship for bulk rates, but it doesn't have any good guarantees with it and how quickly things are going to get to you. And I've noticed Coach just seems to be getting worse and worse. Portland Leather Goods has gotten bad. Dooney, not only is it bad, but then it also falls to them on the fact that they're doing a very poor job in packaging. Their boxes are not high quality. Spend a little bit more money. You know, we're spending all this money on bags, and we're getting boxes that have holes that run into them, or they're all bent out of shape. And it's always, always, always for me, Dooney and Burke. So what does that tell me? Their boxes are crap. So to go along with that rant, I did buy something from Portland Leather Goods, and this turned into a whole fiasco. I bought 2 bag charms. Now, why I hadn't bought these charms a while ago, I don't know, because they are so me. There's nothing I love more than breakfast food. And I have been known to frequently make breakfast for dinner. And I was like, why don't I have these? So what did I get? I got the waffle, which is super, super cute. The pictures on their website do not do it justice. And then I got, they call it pancetta. I'm not sure why, unless somebody said they couldn't use bacon. But I got the bacon charm too. Yeah, I thought for somebody that loves breakfast food the way I do, and these are probably my 2 favorite breakfast foods, and I thought this would really look cute, all hooked together with my cup of coffee. That's, if you look at my main page on YouTube, there's a picture of my coffee charm. Won't that be adorable together with all 3 of them? That's the ultimate breakfast to me. A good cup of coffee or an iced latte, waffles and bacon. Especially snack and bacon from Dunkin'. If you've never tried it, highly recommend it. Now, where I got upset with Portland Leather Goods. This goes along with a story. It's something I learned when I was part of the Portland Leather Goods Insiders. A lot of people complaining because their bags would get delivered. It would be raining outside because they didn't put their bags in any kind of plastic. Their bags were damaged. Oh well, we don't use plastic because it's bad for the environment. Blah 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 blah. I'm sorry, I'm not buying your hypocritical greenwashing, for lack of a better way to put it. Because these were, you see how the bigger these were. And they were wrapped in tissue paper. They were shipped separately from the same warehouse. And of all things, plastic bags. Now look at the size of that bag and look at the size of that charm. You know, folks, they do make small paper boxes or cardboard boxes that those could have gone in, but no. And then to make matters even worse, the bags, I don't know what happened. UPS delivered the waffle one day. This said it was out for delivery at the same time on the same truck. I didn't get it for 2 more days. Go figure. I did send a not so nice email message to Portland Leather Goods, and apparently they don't care. So I don't either. Maybe I just won't buy from them anymore. We'll see. I just thought that was extremely bananas, first off, that they had to do that way. Enough ranting. I know I had said in my last video about Radley items that I probably wasn't going to be buying anymore. Well, they did another series of price reduction. I had said when I got this bag that there was a brown one out there that I liked, and if they reduced the price on it, I would probably go in there and order it. Well, they did. And here it is. Same exact bag. I'm not going to show you the inside. If you want to check it out, go to, I think it's video number 3 of my Radley purchases. It's called the Maldon Mews bag. It is now sold out in this color and in the cherry red. I think they still had it in black and maybe a gray. There might have been one other color. But it's a nice little bag. I have carried it and it holds just the right amount. What's interesting to me too is after I got to really looking at it, it does kind of remind me of the mini crossbody tote from Portland Leather Goods as far as the shape. We've got a much bigger pocket area here, and it's zipper on the top and the little handles. It's got a crossbody strap. I mean, it's very similar. It's a nice size bag, so I think I'll get a lot of use out of these ones. I plan on saving this one for a while. I think it's a great color for fall. I'll stick my fall leaves charm on it and a couple other things, and we'll be all set to go. I also bought another bag. Now, I'm going to say the reason I bought this bag was I was influenced by who? Another bag I bought. I actually carried the fireworks bag recently and was so impressed with the layout on it. It's very similar to a Rogue in how it's set up, with the 2 open pockets and then the zippered center, and then it's got a slit pocket on the back that's great for putting your phone in. And I thought, wow, I wonder if there were any other bags that were this style on there. So I just used the description of what the style of bag was in a search engine within the Radley website, and lo and behold, it pulled up this bag. And this is called the Portland Way. Let me get this out of here so you can get a better look at it. Comes with a little, I guess it was, resembles a key fob holder. It's not, but it's got the little Radley Scotty on it, or Westie, whichever dog you want it to be. This front area is a nice big pocket. Let's see if I can show that better. And just to show you, this is my current carry, so it's got all my stuff in it. So we'll open it up. Let's see, in the middle, then I have my cosmetic bag that holds all my essentials, my wallet. Right now I'm using my Dooney & Burke coin purse as my key fob holder. I have my keys on the end of that. Then, in these outer sections, I put things that I'm not as worried about, losing per se. I have my reading glasses. The back pocket is the vision section. I have my reading glasses and I have my sunglasses in this pocket, so I don't have to put them in a case. And then up front I have Kleenex and hand sanitizer and just a ton of room in this. It's not a heavy bag, and the leather is just really pretty on it. Can't remember what they called this. I'll put it in the description box if I can find it. But this is a smooth leather up here, and then this is a pebbled leather. I have it decked out with scarf I recently purchased, if you remember, at a thrift store. I thought it just looked really nice on there. And my Fauch flower charm, which I love. And then I have on the side, I hooked these to where the bag straps go, my pictures of my girls. So there's no feet on the bottom. I actually think I'm going to try my handbag heels on this and see how well that works out, because I can see where it might get a little scuffed up pretty easy, but I really like the color. The color, I just happen to have the Noble here too. The color is a little bit different, as you can see. And then even with the Maldon Mews in the brown, it's got more red tones in it, I think. But I think it's a beautiful bag. It's very classy looking. I don't think this is sold out yet either, so if you hurry up and get over there. And I am going to give you a little secret. If you go in and you look for Radley discount codes, there are codes out there that you can actually get even more off. And I've done that with several of these bags. So I'm not going to give you a specific code because they change every day. And the sites change every day. So just go in, type in discount code, and you'll find one of those places where they issue all the codes for various retailers, and they'll have a whole list of them. I also picked up some SLGs before everything was gone. I found a Willis, I think it's called Willis Street. This is a card holder, and it's really nice. I like this snap, because a lot of times I stick my spare key in there, and that'll hopefully stop it from falling out. And then it's got 4 card slots total, 2 on the front and 2 on the back. And a lot of times that's all I need. I think that'll work well in my little tiny Radley bag that I recently got. I liked the previous wallet that I got so much that I decided to get it in the blue. What is this called? Amongst the Trees, or I'll put the description down below. They were starting to run low on one of the colors, but I thought the blue would be nice to have to go with the other 2 blue bags. I got the fireworks and then the shore thing with the lighthouse on it. And then it's the same layout as the others. It's got, you know, numerous card slots here, card slots on the back, a zippered coin pouch. There's a flat pocket that you can stick money in if you wanted to too. And it's, again, I don't know how well it'll show, but it's got dimension to it. And I think that's one of the really cool things with some of these Radley items. So, and it just snaps closed. The last thing I got, I looked at this a couple times on there, and I finally decided for the price. They'd marked it down some more, and then I had the discount code. It was a gift set that I thought was really cute. I wanted it mainly for the little keychain because there's the gift set. And the keychain is 2-sided as far as the color. On one side is a pretty sort of rose pink, and then the other side is a brown, which is very similar to the brown in the bags that I already own. So I think that'll be cute to stick on some of my bags. And then the card case, this really surprised me. I had bought it already and I hadn't really looked at all the pictures closely. The front, I'm hoping you can see this. There's a little Westie right there. And then this is all 3-dimensional, you know, like applique. And then this is recessed like some of the other bags. Nice little zipper pouch on the top. You know, and it's got the gusset, so it's a little bit easier to open and dig around. But then I was shocked to find out it's got card holders on the back. It's only got 3, but you know, if you're just going out, this would be great for in that little green lunar bag that I bought from them, because it doesn't take up much space at all. But I just love this print on it. I think it was called Spring Daze, D-A-Z-E was the way they spelled it. They still have a few things left. So from what I understand, the goal is for them to be able to close down sometime in September, and then we'll see what happens from there. I'm hoping, you know, maybe we'll see another incarnation of Radley. As I was talking to Lindsay from Lux Leather Revival, it seems like maybe I got a little carried away with my purchases, and I probably did, but at the same time, as she pointed out, when are you going to be able to get bags of this quality at these prices again? And even if they reboot, there's no guarantee that the quality is going to be the same or even the styles. And I've seen that happen with other bag brands that have been bought out. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'll definitely be checking it out again though once they hopefully reboot. I will probably order something if, you know, I find a style that I really like, just so I can see how it compares even. So, but that's the end of my Radley purchases. I promise. There's nothing really out there now that interests me. There were a couple crossbodies that I thought, oh, that's cute. But I came to the realization that I have crossbody bags of that style that I don't carry all that much. I much prefer a top zip bag. So it just would be throwing money away to me. I'd end up buying it and it would sit in my closet, and then I'd sell it and probably take a loss even at these prices. So, but if you haven't checked out the sale already, I definitely guarantee that you want to, because there are still some nice things out there. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for the ranting. I'm getting tired of being used and abused by retail when it doesn't have to be that way. And I think we all need to speak with our wallets a bit more and maybe stop and think what these companies' ethics are as far as the greenwashing, their shipping procedures, their pricing, just the whole thing. Because we as consumers have the ultimate ability to put them in their place by not buying. Speak with your wallet, shop your closet, and just try not to buy so much, especially if a company is not pulling their weight.